I'm TEMPHUiBIS here. So I'm doing a Q&A right now, and I'm not sure if I've got all the questions or if I've mixed up some of the questions here because Google, because the way Google has the way you view stuff now is kind of different. So I'm hoping I've got this all right here. So bboyagenttekken asked, have you ever played Heavy Rain for PS3, or at least heard of it? I reckon you'd really enjoy it. I don't know if I've had that question before. But it's really simply anyway. Yeah. I have played it. I've played the demo. You know, It's not my type of game, but I respect the developers for doing something completely different. It was a complete nice different game, and I really respect the developers for doing it. It's just not my type. I think it's way too much drama, but the different type of gameplay I thought was terrific. Very different. But it's not a game that I'll get. Second, can you jump up and down? If so, do it as high as you can now, or if not, on one of your next videos. That sounds like something that someone asked me to do in one of the streams that I did. Sorry, I ain't gonna jump. And you've seen me jump in the real Steel Forts video, so there you go. And Andy14324 asks, hi there, how's it going? So who are some of your favourite MMA UFC fighters and why? One of my favourites is Diego Sanchez, because he's an aggressive fighter and he has that characteristic. People say that he's a very weird person, but I look at it as unique. And he has that sort of personality that is different, and he sort of uses what he believes in to help better himself and help be the person he is, and uses that towards the tools in his fighting mentality, you know. And I like that in a fighter. I like that someone who just believes what he believes, does what he does because it's just him. I like that. That's what I've always loved in a fighter. So he's definitely one of the top favorites. A big massive inspiration for me. Another one of my favorite fighters is Paul Daly. He can knock you the fuck out. Seriously. He has absolute punching power. He is the epitome of one punch knockout. You know, he's a great fighter. I think he's the best striker in all of mixed martial arts, in my opinion. I really think he's that damn good. And not only just that, he hasn't got a very high level ground game and that, but he does learn wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and he uses it to try and defend against it. That's what he's doing. He's learning just so he can defend against it, just so he can stay and use that punch. It's almost like you can't run away from that punch. You're in the cage with him, you're going to receive one of those punches. And he has a 78% knockout ratio. That's a lot. And love Cris Cyborg, my favourite female fighter. You know, I know that a lot of people are going to just keep looking at the fact that she got done for drugs and stuff like that, yeah. But I tend not to focus on that. I always say one mistake is always a mistake. And then maybe I'm naive to believe the stuff that she said, which obviously could be not true or could be not true. But I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on her fighting style. Her fighting style is aggressive. She's that type of fighter that if I had a girlfriend who was a fighter, you know, I probably won't try and get her out of it because I'm not like that. But then when I hear that her opponent would be Cris Cyborg, I'd be scared out of my life. I'd be scared. She's that type of fighter. I can't explain it, but she is one cruel, aggressive fighter, and she trains well hard as well. So yeah, though there's loads of fighters I can name, but I ain't gonna name them all right now. But those three are definitely at the top, really. You know, I know that two of them ain't even in the UFC, but there are loads of other fighters I like. I like Jose Aldo. I like Michael Bisping. I like John Jones. You know, Cain Velasquez. You know, I can name a lot of them. I really do like a lot. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say now because I just need to move on. So what do you like better for gaming? Regular controller, arcade stick, or motion control, and why? Well, I've already stated it in my Temps 20 gaming questions that I love the arcade stick, and I gave them a little bit of a description there. You know, it just gives that exotic feel, really. It's the environmental feel. You know, there's more I can say on that, but I kind of want to move on because I know there's a lot of questions on today's Q&A. But it's on my it's on my Temps 20 gaming questions, so you can check out the reason there. Martino007 asks, yeah, hi, how are you? This is Martin R. Cruz. So what was the very first video game you've ever played, if you can remember? It was definitely a game on the Atari 2600. You know, it could have been out of Battlezone, Berserk, Defender, Centipede, Freeway, or Pac-Man. No, that wasn't Pac-Man. Couldn't have been Pac-Man. It might have been Battlezone. One of those days, definitely one of those games, which I said to you, because those are the only, it was more or less games like that my brother had at the time. Second, what kind of computer do you like better, laptop or desktop, or why? I mean, I'll say laptop for sure, since I can take it anywhere where I want to take it. Plus, like, it has built-in webcams. All right, for working, computer. You know, I can't sort of work on a laptop, and I'm not sure why. You know, maybe I'm not that like that really. But when it comes to socializing, traveling, and doing just a few minor things here and there, using the internet, I use the laptop. You know, I think this laptop's just always been perfect for me in those sort of senses, really. And Cloner7H asks, have you ever considered doing another VHS, DVD, Blu-ray collection video? It'd be interesting to see how it's changed then. Have you... Alright, I don't think so, really, because I know that I haven't got that many new ones since that last video. Possibly, like, what? A few of, like, 4 or 5 more Blu-rays. And I think when it comes to DVDs, most DVDs I've bought recently have been just UFC DVDs, so isn't really anything that much new and extra. VHS, I have not bought a VHS for years. I still have a VCR, but I'm just using it to watch the VHSs that I've already got. But I haven't bought no new VHSs, definitely. So I don't think I need to do a video, really. No. But usually, though, if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I usually tweet every time I've got a new video. So you might probably see some of the videos that I've got recently back then. You know what I mean? Everyone knows that one new Blu-ray I have is Real Steel. Okay. Second, have you ever seen Battle Royale? And if so, would you like to see... Spraying thing. Would you like to see OVA out of it? Yeah, I think it would work considering how gory the manga is. Yeah. Well, God. Usually, usually, the animes always go like a billion times more violent than the live action. probably more violent, so violent that even I can't even take it. And Battle Royale was a bit of a scary film. It was a bit of a really, really sad film when you really thought about it. Boy, these kids just being forced to just kill each other like that, and I thought it was just kind of, damn, that was a sick film. And as in sick, seriously sick. But but I do agree, yeah, that an anime out of it would have been like proper real. It would have been good to try. I probably would still see it, but fucking hell, that would be too much, boy. But it's a good idea. Okay, Mr. Heavy Metal Hero Dude asks, hey, what's your thoughts on movies being based off video games like Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat, Super Mario Brothers, Street Fighter, Tekken and Tomb Raider? I think a load of them are just shit. You know, I think Mortal Kombat is probably the best film of a video game, live action that is. You know, I think it's, you know, I'm the type of guy that, you know, I'm one of those guys that says, man, you need a game here to go along with the source material. It always will make the game have more. It always make the film, yeah, be more close to the fans, really. I know what most people like trying to do. They're trying to make a film and they don't want it to just bring the game fans in. They want it to bring people who don't know the game in. I understand that business plan, but in my opinion, it just ruins the whole product. If you have a game and a film is not showing how the game is, then it's just bad, and it's no point, really. Now, Tekken Bloodline Redemption, the film that came with Tekken Hybrid, that was a perfect film. Fair enough, it's a CGI animated, but it was a brilliant film. It was Tekken. It was the characters that we wanted. It was how you expect. Tekken, the film, you know, they tried very well with making the characters look like the characters, but they didn't make them act like it was, and the story was just wrong in my opinion. It just didn't feel right. Some of the fight scenes were good, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not. Unless Mortal Kombat. Besides Mortal Kombat, I guess I just don't like them really. What's your favourite childhood memory and why? Well, I can't remember what is the most exact favourite one, but as you know, I have spoke about childhood memories that I've got a video of that. Favourite childhood memories, you know, certain games that I played with friends back in the olden days, certain things that I did. Yeah, there's I've got a load of memories. I can't exactly say which my first one is. You're gonna have to watch the video that I uploaded before. The Rap Metal Hero asks, have you seen the following movies? If so, what do you think of them? No Retreat, No Surrender, great. Kickboxer, great. Bloodsport, fantastic. Stand By Me, ain't seen. Bad Taste, ain't seen. Dead Snow, ain't seen. Friday, ain't seen. Land of the Dead, ain't seen. Undisputed 1, ain't seen. Undisputed 2, great. Undisputed 3, okay. Real Steel, the best. And second question, which king do you prefer, regular king or armor king? Why is that? I think Armor King has the better balance and brilliant structure of wrestling moves. He still has a bit of sort of street fighting moves here and there, but it's more better balanced towards his wrestling and very, very technical wrestling style. You know, he's just more the character that you want to follow, and Armor King is just the older mentor. Well, in this case now, older rival that it feels like he's the dark side, and you see, it's like you've seen everything you need to see from him. King, There's always just going to be more. That's what I got. And ClassicCombat asks, do you know about an arcade game on the PS3 called Hotline Miami? Seems right up your street with the violence, graphics, soundtrack, cool game. Yes, the game was fantastic. I was playing it on the PC and I couldn't stand the controls on the PC and all that. It was horrible for me to play, but I did love it, and I'm glad it's actually on the PS3 now. And because I'm in a bit of a state with money, I haven't bought it yet, but I am going to buy it. I definitely will buy that game one day, and I know I'm going to love it because I did enjoy it. And speaking of Miami, you want to have a right old laugh, check out a film called Miami Connection. Here's a trailer, at least. The film's so bad, it's good. All right, I saw the trailer. Now, besides the gun effects and the shot effects when they've been shot, the film did look good to me. Especially for a film that was made in the 80s, you know. The film was made about that time. That was a good film, in my opinion. Just think they could have done better effects with the people getting shot and all that. And but I think parts of limbs were ripped off. I think there was. It did look like that type of B-movie style that angry video game nerd uses. But usually I'm into independent films anyway, so I don't think the film was that bad. I actually didn't mind it. And Zayed12 asks, do you think more game franchises should go to CGI or animation and not just rely on live action films? Yep, just like I just said. You know, you want the games to follow the source material. They do seem to follow the source material more when they are animated. There are just some characters that just probably would never work in live action. They just probably wouldn't. And I don't know if I can give any examples. But then there are some times when I reckon they could work in live action, or they could do a CGI for something in live action, and yet they just don't want to do it. They don't want to try it. Like, I find it so weird that they wouldn't even want to do King in Tekken as a live action. They didn't want to do it. Obviously, why? Because they ain't got a Jaguar mask. I mean, would that have been really hard? I mean, alright, fair enough. I'm not a filmmaker, so I shouldn't be talking. I shouldn't be saying this stuff here. But come on. Could they not get a Jaguar mask that someone can see through, and one that looks great, and just put it on a big hench wrestler? Or luchador, should I say? Come on. They could have done that. So, yeah. So it's like, if they didn't want to do that, then they're going to have to do CGI. But yeah, CGI always will work. Second, if you could pick 10 characters from any anime and fighting game to star in an all-star fighting game, who would be your 10? Mine would be Kikaida, Vegeta, Yusuke. I'm not really good at pronouncing the names, you know. And Kazuya, Ryu, and Vash the Stampede, Hai, Sub-Zero, Kazuma, and Scryed. Oh, it's Kazuma's from Scryed, sorry. And Spiegel. I heard that name before. I forgot where it's from. Well, I saw this question, yeah, so I thought I'd write them down, yeah, before I started recording the video. And yeah, my 10 year would be King, Ippo Makunouchi, Ray Rat, Reptile, Heart from Yumatsu. I think that's how we pronounce the anime. Frieza, Hulk, John Talbane, Talon from Primal Rage, and Primeape from Pokemon. You know, those are definitely the 10 I'll do. And Joey Real Gamer asks, so tell me, how did your family and friends respond when you told them the news about you will no longer be pursuing a career as a musician? They all just said, yeah, that I'll go back to it. They all believe that it's not. They all believe, yeah, that it's not retiring. My mum don't want me to retire. She thinks I'll be better off as a musician. She really does. The situation is, though, you know what? I want to go back to music. I do. But if the music flow is not there, how can I come back? If I knew that I was able to just go ahead and just make another fantastic album tomorrow, I'll do it. But these days just don't feel like that no more. And it just feels like I'm saying I'm a musician, but I'm not doing anything about it. And so far, recently, music's got boring because I'm not getting anything done. So I don't know. I just thought, just retire and just say, you know what, forget it. If maybe after a few years or something, or whatever happens, and something comes and I can sort of say, get back to it. I mean, everyone keeps saying taking a break, but like I said in the journal, I've taken breaks after breaks after breaks after breaks after breaks, and it's got to a point where I've taken so much breaks since 2009. I've got something like, what, 12 tracks done? That's not that much, you know, that's not that much. So yeah, a lot of people don't believe, yeah, that they just think, their response is that they just don't think it's happening. They don't want me to finish, and they don't think I'm finished anyway. I understand why they're saying that, but oh well. We don't know what the future holds, so I can say there. And second, even though Xbox One and the PS4 are out, to me it doesn't really feel like next generation is completely here yet, if you know what I mean. How about you? I agree 1,000,000%. It does not feel like new generation's out yet. You know, I remember when I was talking to someone, in fact my friend, and I was talking about the PS4. I'm like, so when is the PS4 coming out? Next week. I'm like, what? You said next week. And do you know what it just felt like to me? Oh, it's coming out next week? Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's how that felt. Now, let's go back here to a few months before the PS2 came out. I remember, like, man, I can't wait for this fucking PS2, man. Seriously, this is going to be absolutely awesome. Can't wait for this catalogue, because the catalogue's going to have the PS2 in it, and I can order it. This catalogue we used to have, yeah, my mum, yeah, we paid bit by bit. That's how this catalogue worked. We didn't used to wait till we had the money. We used to always pay bit by bit. Yeah, I was waiting for this catalogue. When the catalogue came, I managed to order the PS2. It came way before it came out in the shops, yeah. But I remembered how that felt just a few months ago. So I'm pretty sure. Now, if I had bought the PS2 on the actual day it came out, I can imagine a week before that, me being so goddamn hyped, I probably wouldn't have been able to control myself. Let's take a look at the week before the PS3 came out. I was happy. I was like, man, I can't wait to try out these new games. I can't wait to try out MotorStorm. I already had MotorStorm with me. Couldn't try it. Felt like, man, there's going to be some brand new games. I can't wait to see the new facts that you can be online and you download demos, all that stuff I knew. I couldn't wait for PS3 Home. I couldn't wait for this stuff. You know what I mean? PS4 and Xbox One, what are they delivering right now? You know, some of the games look okay, but where is the next gen? What is going to be so new about it? Fair enough, there could obviously be the situation that I'm growing, I'm getting older, you know, I'm 30 next month. Well, not next month, but just over a month to go, really. 1 month and 5 days to be exact. You know, I am probably getting older, but I don't want to say that's the actual reason, because I know that I'm still playing my retro games. I still get up and play games. Maybe the reason why I'm not too fussed about it as well is because I know how many games let me down during the PS3 days. I know loads of things that I thought was going to be brilliant, but it wasn't. And I don't know if it's more harder to give this a chance now. I'm getting the PS4 because there's a couple of franchises that I know that will never let me down. One is Tekken, and the new EA Sports UFC game really looks fantastic, and I can't see that letting me down. And I can't wait for The Evil Within. So there is some games I'm going to say, but if it really wasn't for those sort of situations, I probably wouldn't be getting a PS4. Really, I was really more in saying I didn't really want a PS4. But the fact that the PS4 is out now and I haven't even got it, I'm not even making that much of an attempt. All right, I've played it. I played it already, right, when I had to go visit my friend, something like that, yeah. When I had to go do something, yeah, down Westfield, I went into game and I thought I'd play the PS4, but there was no real drive to say, like, all right, let me just get off my ass and go there just to play PS4. You know what I mean? All of that. The drive. This doesn't feel like new next gen gameplay at all. I don't know what is new that's gonna make this absolutely terrific. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all I got to say, guys. So that's all the questions for this Q&A. And what am I gonna at the moment, yeah, I'm not really sure what video I'm going to come out with next, and I'm not sure when I'm going to come out with it. I always keep saying I want to come out with videos, even if I have the topics. Sometimes I haven't really got the motivation to actually come and sort of record. That's why I've been taking a lot of breaks from my videos. So I want people here to sort of be aware that I might not come out with a February Q&A, because I'm starting to have a little bit of a lack of motivation and passion to do the videos like I did back in the olden days. Also a bit of lack of motivation to, as I said, make music already. And it's starting to happen with animation as well. I'm actually sort of getting to a point where I'm lacking confidence in myself, lacking the motivation in being me. And it's got to a point where I feel like I've almost given up on everything, including myself. So I'm trying to get some momentum back in me. And while I'm going through this, I can just say that I probably won't be making constant videos much now. So hopefully people understand, because I mean, since 2009, I don't think I've ever been the same person. You know, a lot of people, you realised it, you've pointed it out many times. And it's like, if I just don't take a stance and then just say, all right, let's just try it and stay away from it for a long while. If I don't do that, then I'm going to be just on here repeating the same words again and again and again to you guys. I'm trying to get back to what I used to do before. I'm trying to get back to how I used to be, I don't know whether it's just me getting older, or me losing all confidence in myself, or work just going so wrong that it's messed with everything. Or have I drained myself on all the stuff that I did and ain't got the passion for anything, ain't got the fun anymore. So that's what I got to say, guys. Hope you guys understand. Obviously, when I do get a video done, or I try to do a video, I'll always upload it. But I just want everyone to realise that. I just want everyone to be aware that not many videos are going to be coming up that often as they used to. Right. So thanks very much, guys. Yeah. I'll see you all later. Love who you are.